Human life is an ideological flow, a movement from crudity to subtlety. In this movement, there are many different experiences that occur, some pleasant, rewarding, some very trying, very difficult. There are times in life when you feel that you're on top of the world, things are going your way, and times when you struggle with being a human being in this world, when there are difficulties that beset you. And you may feel discouragement, you may feel anxiety, you may feel sorrow, grief, loss. Human beings are capable of many different feelings, difficult feelings, and deep and profound feelings. When feelings are in reaction to external experience, they are either difficult feelings or perhaps joyous feelings, a feeling that you are winning, that you are on top of the world, that you are joyous. But there's another level of feeling. Feeling that is not simply in response to wins or losses in your life and situations that rise and fall in your life, but feelings that are in response to an inner experience. When, through deep meditation, the thoughts in the mind begin to congeal and concentrate on the focus of your meditation, and your mind begins to move into a smooth rhythm with your mantra, with your idea of meditation. When you begin to experience that upon which you are focusing and concentrating, that divine source. At first the mind tries to contain it, put it in a box, define it, figure it out. So when you meditate on something which is so profound. It has no true name. It can't be said in words. The mind can't contain divinity. The mind tries. And so in meditation, when you stop thinking of all of the erroneous thoughts and the mind gets concentrated, it tries to think about divine essence, divine being. It has thoughts, images, feelings, sensations. But as the mind begins to struggle with an idea, an experience, an existence which is beyond the structure of the mind is left in a paradox. It wants to comprehend, it wants to contemplate, it wants to hold and possess divinity the way it does objects in the world, within the mind. But it keeps struggling because it keeps coming up against this idea which is more vast than the mind. So the mind is left in a conundrum. And when that stress of that conundrum begins to unravel the basic processes of containment and definition that the mind is so accustomed to, of placing things in forms and categories, rational, reasonable, when those processes begin to shatter due to this conundrum, then it is feeling that takes over. Feeling. But now the feeling is not in response to any external circumstance. The feeling is in a direct communion, a direct connection to that which is beyond the mind to comprehend. It is beyond the mind to comprehend, but not beyond the feelings to know. Through the feelings, you come in contact with, you come in direct touch with divinity. You feel, I'm just touching that divine experience. I'm connected. I'm aligned. And it is through feeling that you begin to be carried deeper and deeper through that profound ability of the human heart to know, to feel, and to touch. So it is through feelings that you touch the divine. You begin to melt away all of the thoughts, all of the beliefs, all of the ideas. The rational mind becomes suspended. And it is the feeling that deepens and deepens and deepens. The feeling of love, the feeling, the knowing of truth. How do you know? Not through thoughts, not through thinking. That level of the mind becomes suspended. You know through direct experience. That knowing is a kind of touch, and that touch comes with feelings. So it is through feelings, through the heart, that you begin to touch the divine. You begin to experience the shower of grace and love. You begin to feel that omnipresent beingness. You don't think about that omnipresent beingness. You feel it. Feelings can be expansive rather than reactive to external forms and circumstance. These feelings that come from this inner research to deeper realms of your own being allow you to take your conscious attention and awareness from form and thought and rational mind into the depths of your own being, to feel the love which is within, that is expansive, that doesn't end with your own skin, that is everywhere, And then you can feel yourself in a blade of grass, in the stars in the heavens, in the air, in the sea, in the trees, in the wind, in the bird flying. Through your feelings, you expand. You feel essence. You can become. You can know. You can fly with the bird, sing with the birds. You can be in the vastness of the skies and the stars. You can travel the universe. You can know the essence of what it means to be another, what it feels like to be a tree growing in the wood. And as the feelings go even deeper, they melt into something greater and greater and more profound. It is through feeling that you can dissolve your individuality into the wholeness of life, into the divinity at your core, into the love that has no bounds. This is a very special ability you have. A blessing, because it allows you to melt away all of the constrictions, all of the beliefs, all of the ideas, all of the thoughts, and then to melt into that which is truth, which is love, which is your own being, and the being of all life. Sat Chit Ananda. You can feel it. You can be it. With your feelings you soar. With your feelings you know. You can commune. Feelings are like a web woven, weaving you into the tapestry of life, weaving you into the essence of all being, weaving you outside of you into all, into love, into truth. This is the precious gift of a human life. This capacity, this special ability to feel, and through feelings to know. Knowing is different than thinking. Thinking comes with the rational mind, with ideas. Knowing comes through the feelings in the wholeness of being. And that knowing is deep knowledge. Knowledge that comes from the core. When you know, when you find the knowing, You understand. There is an immediate resonance. You know truth when you feel it, when you see it. What do you see with? You don't see with your physical eyes. You see with your feelings. And thus you know. And you become the knower. The known and the knowing. Going beyond the I, you melt into what is. You discover the language of divinity, not spoken in words, not contained in the mind. It can't be boxed. It can't even be thought. But it can be known. Love, grace, truth. Descriptions the mind attempts to make around something so deep. It really has no form, not even the form of ideas. Yet it can be known with your feelings. In essence, when you let go, when you let go and you allow yourself to feel essence, to feel love, to feel being. Until ideas like I and mine become simply something wafting on the wind, unrelated to such a vastness of being, untouched by time and space, vast, immortal, unending being, in which forms flicker, coming and going, but being never changes. Love never changes. Truth always is. You are that. And you have never been anything else. What you are, you have always been, and you will always be. And in this vastness which you can know, in this love without borders, without thoughts, without definitions, you are eternal being. And then form comes again. And mind begins to work and makes things into definitions and thoughts and concepts and forms and beliefs. And then you are human, in a human body, a mortal body that is here for a time. And then you will be something else, and something else, and something else, until your conscious awareness remembers, lets go, returns to that which is and has never changed, is changeless. There you are ever whole. You have never left. There is nothing to achieve. You already are. Only when awareness comes into a mind, a rational mind, and a body, it forgets. You forget. So take some time. Remember. Then the dream is only a dream in the moment. It is lovely for what it is. Remember. Feel. There is so much more. All right. Namaskar.